All right, everyone, here we go with the thank you reading from March 2023. I do these every month, of course, to thank anybody that's ever given me a nickel for anything I do around here. Even if you drove by my house and chucked a wad of nickels at it and I had to pick them all up. It's fine. I don't mind. I appreciate it. It's terrific. It's fantastic. So this reading is for you. Your runner might show up. I don't know. Soulmates could show up. I have no idea what's going to come here. That's what makes these readings interesting for me. I don't really know. I did a pre-shuffle, me shuffling before I shuffle for your reading, talking to the universe, get some surface energy, see what's going on for my viewers, which is what I asked. Didn't ask about DF or DM, just the viewers. Okay, so if you're here for a reason. It's a general reading, may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you are here for a reason. And it can just be, and remember this for any reading I do, it can just be one thing I say. It doesn't have to be the whole reading. All right. That said, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All right? And again, if you give me a nickel for anything I do around here, I appreciate it. Those donations are great. They go for bird food. Flem is an expensive bird to keep. He got to have organic vegetables and all kinds of crap like that. Okay. That said, most of it goes to feed him. Right, our trusty mascot, who is, by coincidence, eating right now. Here in the pre-shuffle, here it is, the moon. Oh, by the way, I decided to break the old animal deck, the original, the deck that made Steve's Love Tarot, all torn up and all that, out of retirement just for this reading. Because I wanted some fresh energy in here, and this deck has a lot of energy attached to it. A lot of you have been here a while. Your energy's attached to it. So, why not? Let's see where we go. The other one's building up steam. It's doing fine. But I thought I'd break this out of retirement. Pre-shuffle, surface energy, there's the moon. There it is. All kinds of stuff. Right? There's something. I'll tell you why. Because it's crossed by the devil. The goat with its feet on fire. Right? It's crossing. That's the environmental energy around the moon. And I've been telling you this. It's been coming up in 3-card readings. It came up in some of your readings for your monthly fly-through, your sign readings, all that kind of stuff. There's all this. Well, I'll skip ahead. Bookending the moon is the sword of truth. We can't escape it no matter what deck I grab. I grab it for the month of March. I mean, this is covering the month of March. So, and I'm not a time lord. This can run from right now, right, March 2nd or so, right up through the beginning of April. You know, first day, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. But no matter, I pull a deck out of retirement and I still get the Ace of Swords, Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. And it's bookending the moon, which is crossed by the devil. It is all this truth that's coming that will find you. It will find you. Like hikers on a trail weren't looking for Bigfoot, there it is. Oh my God, we saw a Bigfoot. Nobody believes them because it just disappears into thin air seemingly, and nobody can, with all our technology, nobody can get a good picture of it for some reason. It's the one time these fancy cameras we have on our $1,500 phones don't work. You know, okay. Right, all right. It's probably because, like I said in the recent extended, it's an interdimensional being. It's a spiritual being. But either way, your Bigfoot's going to find you, and Bigfoot is this truth. And it may not be a big thing for a lot of you. You might be surprised to find out how tiny Bigfoot actually is. I don't know. He's just got big feet, but he's only 3 feet tall. What's everybody been talking about 8 feet high? That's not true. Whatever this is, it's blocking you. And it's designed, it's coming in for you to get the high ground on it with the 7 of Wands here, right? The high ground energy. What is it blocking? Okay, it feels to me like what I would classify, and it's a broad spectrum, what I would classify as a popularity energy. Now, popularity energy could play out a lot of different ways, right? It could be in somebody famous. It could be just, maybe you feel invisible. Maybe you feel like you don't get noticed by people and things like that in your day-to-day life. You know, it increases your visibility, whatever this is, whatever this little truth, this toxic little truth, something that you haven't really looked at that's still kind of in the shadows lurking there, is like driving around in your car with weights in the trunk, right? It's not going to get good gas mileage. It's not going to be really fast. It just feels heavy. It's just something. It's coming to you. It will find you, and the goal here is for you, the idea is for you to get the high ground on it. Because once that's removed, all those weights are removed from the trunk. Popularity energy goes up for you. Now, again, that plays out many different ways. It could just mean you get more noticed by people. People who maybe people are attracted to you, but they don't come near you because of this energy. It's a bit of a put off for some reason. Okay, people pick up on all kinds of things that they don't know about. They do it all the time. You know, you've all met somebody and they rub you the wrong way. You say something. I don't know. There's just something about that person. You know, you don't know anything about them. You've had a 2-second conversation with them, and you feel this agitation towards it. Well, it could be a lot of things. They could just be an asshole, but they could also have something deep down that they're not dealing with that you're picking up on. Your thing here, for most of you, is fairly minor, and I know most of you are open to receive. But I also know from the static energy that's here, which is who I'm pulling on right now, there's a few of you who think you got it all figured out, everything's fine. That's not for me, Steve. You keep saying that. If you don't stop saying that, Steve, I'm going to stop coming to your channel, Steve. Well, fine, stop coming to my channel. What? Okay, that's I'll be all right. It's cool. That's your prerogative. That's your free will. But never think you got it all figured out. I'm a work in progress. I tell you guys all the time, I'm not a Tibetan monk by any means. I've been working on temperance, the lesson of temperance, for many years now. And now I'm shuffling, and I've been shuffling the whole time I've been talking. So we're going to pull 3 cards and a bottom card here. Yeah, see, look at this. Happiness. Now, this can be a bunch of phony happiness, or this can be the real deal. The 10 of Cups can go either way. I feel this is a little bit more as fairyland. Yeah. Ace of Wands crossing it. It looks a little magical, doesn't it? It looks like Wonder Twin powers activate, right? That little magic thing that the cartoonists would draw when they touched their hands together or whatever the hell they did. It's a bit like that. All right, there's real happiness trying to find you. There's something here going on. Let's find out. That's the affecting energy. Environmental energy is a 10 of Cups, but it feels a little pie in the sky to me. It feels like it could be better. Okay? And it's rare to say that about a 10 of Cups, but that's what it feels like. It's crossing the center card that I'm going to pull. Sorry about that. There's a lot of energy here. You guys are pretty powerful. The video froze up. Anyway, I was showing you that 10 of Cups, and I was just about to pull the next card I was talking about. There is a lot of energy here. You guys have raised your vibration a lot. My viewers, I think a lot of you that have been around a while, watching my channel for a long time, you've made a lot of changes. Or your view on things is different. Your view of the world, I have no idea. But it's much more powerful than it used to be. And it's not that the channel's growing. It's because it isn't. It's really, I predicted at the beginning of the year, the channel's going to stay where it is. This is never going to be a channel that gets to 200,000 subscribers. It's too unsugar-coated. It's too real. It scares some people. Some of the things I say, sometimes I'll mention go have a mole checked out and stuff like that. Weird, stuff that kind of messes with people's heads if they allow it to. This channel's for a very specific crew, my soul tribe, if you will. You either resonate with me or you don't. That said, your energy's grown quite a bit, all right? We've retained a lot of the subscribers. I was talking about this feeling a little phony to me, right? And right about the time my video froze, I already knew this was here because I started to throw it. I went, what the hell's wrong with my camera? It's Queen of Wands. It's Fakey McFakerman, right? It's Fakey McFakerman energy, but it's also, again, it's about popularity energy. I talked about it in the pre-shuffle. I said something about popularity. It feels like what I would classify as popularity energy. Queen of Wands is always popular, but that popularity is limited. In other words, the Queen of Wands puts out a front, puts out an image, if you will. And I'm not calling you Fakey McFakerman. This is all happening on a very, again, this small one little thing, this one little truth that's going to come to the surface. I think you're going to learn a lot about yourself this month. Okay? And Saturn's going to try and show it to you. And I've been talking about that. But the popularity energy around the Queen of Wands is always a little limited. She don't want anybody to get too close because then they might learn the truth. So she always keeps people at arm's length and things like that. So it's a very limited popularity. And it is that there. People are attracted to you, but not on a level that they might be with this energy. And crossing the 10 of Cups, crossing the center card here. The center card is the Hierophant. Wow. Look, I told you, your energy is very strong. All right. This is, Again, this is not a spiritual person. Okay? I'm not saying you're not spiritual. Please don't yell at your computer. Well, I'm very spiritual, Steve. I watch these. I know. The universe is trying to convey a message using the cards as a medium. This right here, this is the real deal. This is, there's something. There's always something off about the Queen of Wands. Okay? You are this. Your base energy, there's something extremely, if you're spiritual, you're about to become super spiritual. All right? I think you're going to learn something about yourself this month that allows this Ten of Cups to become the real deal. Okay? It allows you to move forward. You will see the change in your energy as you go through the rest of the year. People will treat you differently. Okay? People treat the Queen of Wands a certain way. It's a bit like those famous people everybody admires. Most of those famous people have a whole bunch of yes people around them. Right? Everybody want to be their friend. The smart ones are selective about what friends they have, because those people that are fake friends to these popular people don't want to do anything to risk that friendship. They never will. So they won't give them any real advice. They won't tell them anything that they really need to hear. They're enablers. You know, that kind of thing. And again, it's just metaphorical. The cards are reflecting how they're reflecting. I'm not saying you're like that or you're phony or anything like that. What I'm saying is it's about to get real. You're about to figure something out about yourself that you're going to find out. I think the easiest way I could phrase this energy, it's finding out how valuable you are to the universe. I'll go ahead and phrase it that way. I'll be all magical for you. There you go. There's your unicorn rainbow tarot. It's a good way to phrase the energy. It's not exactly what's happening. You're finding out how important you are to yourself, but you're important. You have some kind of destiny. You guys, your energy has definitely grown. There's something bigger for you. What's red with the Queen of Wands? See? Look, I'm not making this shit up. It's justice, okay? It's justice in your reading is justice for you. This energy is coming in. This truth, this Ace of Swords, is coming in to get rid of this. I said it's about to get real, right? It's something very real. It's something you can easily handle. It could just be, for a lot of you, a perspective on yourself, right? You're finding, it's another step in finding who you really are. And the Queen of Wands is never who he or she really is. It's fakey McFakerman, right? You've been operating, I'll take it back and get out of the fake thing, and I'll say you've been operating as you 1.0. This is just coming in to make you 2.0, okay? And you will see a difference in especially, well, you'll see a difference in how you feel about yourself. You know, you certainly will. It'll improve change your whole perspective on the world around you. Because definitely part of this energy coming towards you, that Ace of Swords always brings perspective. That's Archangel Michael's thing. And I wrote a whole blog article on perspective. It is hands down arguably the most valuable thing we can have as a human being. It really is. So definitely something here is balancing out for you. The Justice card represents happiness. It represents balanced energy, which is happiness to us in the 3D. But the universe is happy too, because the energy is balanced. All right? So something's knocking you a little bit out of balance. There's a truth coming to you, something you figure out. I think for most of you, it's something you figure out about yourself. Okay? You learn your value on a level you haven't learned it before. Now, you have to be open to receive. This is a truth that finds you in the month of March. You cannot look for it. So you have to be open to receive. And how are you open to receive? Simply by not being one of those energies that thinks they have it all figured out. Now, I'm good. I'm just here because Steve's funny. You know, that kind of thing. You're not just here because I'm funny. That's nonsense. That's complete bullshit. There's plenty of people that are funny, plenty of comedy videos you could be watching. People funnier than me, I'll tell you. All right, so let's pull on justice. Huh? Let's do it. Let's pull on justice. What's going on? You know what? Fuck that. Let's pull on the Hierophant first. I'm not going to pull on this. I've talked about this, and I've explained it the best I can. Okay? I'm going to pull on the Hierophant. I want to see what's going on here. I want to see what the universe tells me about this. Tell me about the Hierophant. Let's go. What's going on? Okay. God, this deck shuffles like butter. I love it. All right. Yeah, Love thyself. Right? Love the one you're with. Isn't that Crosby, Stills and Nash again? Love the one you're with, right? Well, yeah. Love the one you're with. Who are you with? Yourself. All right? Right here, it's crossed by the Page of Cups. All right? This, in the base energy, it's a whole new, this card can sometimes represent new love, for example. It's a whole new energy of, you're like getting a love battery recharge. And it always comes from us. Everything comes from us. The energy that we put out, like energy attracts like energy. This is something that y'all putting out. It is fabulous. It makes you attractive on a real level, not on a superficial level. It doesn't make anybody think, oh, there's something about that person. In fact, under this energy, if somebody does disrespect you or walk away from you, right? If somebody does, it's just you that's your sign that that's a low vibrational person. You didn't want their attention anyway, right? Let them go, right? So, tell you what, that's something you will definitely learn under this energy. What's on top? Six of Cups. Wow. It's something from the past that's coming in. This is about the truth that's coming in. Okay, this is the environmental energy around it. It has something to do with how you love. Okay, and that's an important lesson. We figure out who we are by figuring out how and why we love. All right, we don't figure it out by how we like money and how our career is and all that stuff. That's how most of the world's trying to find themselves. Good luck with that. You ain't gonna find it in pentacles, because pentacles don't hold water. It just flows right out of it. It's about the cups. All right, and this is about beginnings. It's about something new. It's. I've been saying for a while now. We've reached the end of the beginning. You know, one way is over, a new energy is coming in. This right here, this truth that's coming in, very spiritual, by the way, is something from the past. It's rooted in a past life situation for most of you more than it is in this life. So, for those of you who are watching, who think you're all set, you might not have anything from this life that you need to, but past life stuff affects us in ways. It makes us behave a certain way. We don't know why we do certain things. A lot of times, there's certain things you don't know why you do. I've talked to people. For example, I had somebody who was afraid to fly, just absolutely afraid to fly, and I pulled some cards on them, and my best guess that I could get was they died in a plane crash in a past life. It's really funny. Well, as a matter of fact, a good story that's out there, that happened with Randy Rhoads, one of the best guitarists who ever existed. He was Ozzy's guitarist back in the 80s. He died in a plane crash. They were fucking around with a private plane. He was afraid to fly. He was always afraid to fly. And the one time he gets on a plane, it ends up crashing on him. It's not so much a karmic thing. It was his past life trying to warn him that kind of thing. He has that kind of energy around him where that might happen. I mean, I wasn't around then to tell him about all of that, but either way, whatever this is, it's from the deep past, what I call the deep past. All right, so it's something that happened in a past life that affects you in this life. It affects a behavior of yours in this life, or a belief, one or the other. Okay, and that energy is going away. It's coming in. There's a truth about that. You'll realize it. You'll spot it, and you'll get the high ground on it. Okay, but this makes it even more something that finds you. You don't find it. All right. Center card here. 7 Swords. 7 Swords is read with this, the Page of Cups. 7 Swords is about deception. It's about lies. This ties to the devil part of this thing that was up, that moon in the pre-shuffle was crossed by the devil. So it is sort of a devil type energy, a devil frequency energy type of thing. You have what this is saying is you have a false perception about something, about love, or about why you love, or how you love. So whatever this past life thing that's coming in, it's affected your relationships this entire life. Okay? So, and it's caused you to operate under a false assumption in some way. Okay? And that's the only way I can phrase it for a general audience. I can't pinpoint it for you. Okay? It has something to do, it definitely affects how you love. It's a new perspective on how you love. But you've been operating under a false assumption, and it's because of a past life energy that hasn't been dealt with, and it's been allowed to fester. It's negative energy, so it's been feeding itself the whole time. You haven't needed to feed it, and it's been affecting either a belief or a behavior of yours in this lifetime. This is your opportunity here in March to finally put an end to that. All right, and it releases some kind of, I'll get all mystical with you again. I know there's a lot of channels where they get all mystical and stuff like that. I'll go ahead and do that. There's science around it, but I'll go ahead and get mystical with you. It releases an ancient karma that's been around you, okay? Something along those lines. You're being released. It's no longer affecting you. It won't if you look at it, if you are open to receive and allow it to come in, and don't just think you got it all figured out. What's red with the Six of Cups? Yeah, the Six of Swords. It's something that's it's become a problem. It's sort of like if it was an illness and you went to the doctor. The doctor would say, well, it's probably not going to kill you, but it will grow and get bigger. We should probably remove it. You know, that kind of thing. That's really what it is. It's like it's an elective surgery that you're electing to do because the doctor says you should probably get it out of there, but it isn't, you know, fatal or anything like that. It's sort of what the universe is saying. It's time for this to go. It's holding you back enough that it's going to interfere with some kind of destiny you have. Okay? So I've explained that the best I can. Now, for a general audience, Six of Swords. It's time for it to go. It's red with the Six of Cups. And 6 is, you know, that's a good number right there. All right, here we go. Forward movement and all, and moving on kind of a thing. Time to move on from it. Let's talk about justice. Let's talk about the two cats, the black cat and the white cat. The energy of the Queen of Wands will come over here. This is what we're getting justice on. Okay? Because this has been holding you back. Anytime you operate under a false assumption about anything, it holds you back. Right? It messes you up. Okay? So, it does. You should always research the facts and things like that. This is what people don't do. People don't research the facts. It's hilarious because it's too much work. You know, it really is. But in this case, there was nothing for you to research. You've probably been blissfully unaware of this energy. Maybe you always wondered why you attract a certain person, or why you behave a certain way, or why you believe a certain thing, or why you have a habit, why you bite your nails, you know, that kind of thing. Why do I always do that? You know, well, you know, it comes from somewhere. You didn't come out of the womb biting your nails. You know, you just started doing it because something inside, maybe it was something that festered from a past life, something that caused something to happen. It causes a chain reaction, whatever. I don't know. I think this is much more serious than you biting your nails. However, I think this is an energy that once you figure this out, it's a game changer. It changes everything, especially with justice here. So let's go. Why is justice here? Why? Why? It's crossed by the Magician. The environmental energy, again, I already said it. It's about correcting. This has become enough of a problem that it's time to remove it. And it's like a divine timing type energy here when I see this kind of energy blending. It's something that will, if it's not removed, it will prevent you. You'll keep operating under this false assumption about why you love, how you love. You'll keep radiating that energy, keep attracting the same types of things, and it will ultimately prevent you from the actual your soul's true purpose here in this lifetime. We'll put it that way. The Magician here is an energy of transformation. It's also an energy of karmic debt, shall we say. You know, again, this is about taking care of something. This card, the Magician falling on top of justice here, backs up the fact of what the Six of Cups was saying, that this is more something carried over from a past life that's interacting inside this current life and causing certain things, well, whatever this false assumption is, all right? So what's on top? Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. You're going to have a chance. This is a whole new life. This is a card about building on a solid foundation, right? But also, it's an energy that ties to that popularity energy I was talking about. Everyone's going to want to know you at this point. Once you clear this and you get that perspective that the month is offering you, that will find you if you're open to receive it. This is a whole new life. It really is a game-changing energy here. proceeding from a point of happiness is the literal energy that's here. But we'll see. What's the center card? Red with the Magician. The Six of Pentacles again. Again, it's karmic debt. Once this is sometimes somebody giving money out to the home. It's a card of generosity, right? It's a card of equal give and take. It's a card of, it's clearing some karmic debt here. All right, it's just what it is. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Wow. What's red with the Three of Pentacles? The Two of Pentacles. Butterfly of transformation yet again. I don't want to say there's a warning here. It's not really a warning. It's a step back because it's later in the poll. In other words, the Three of Pentacles steps back to the Two of Pentacles, and the reason that's here is, and this happens, take it from me, I've had plenty of these life-changing moments in my life because I do a lot of spiritual journeys and things like that. This may take you aback, okay? It might. Don't let that jam you up, all right? It's sort of that energy. I think I may have told a few of you this. Maybe, I don't remember which signs got it or whatever. If it feels right, it is right, okay? It'll feel right. This truth that comes in, it'll all make sense. Allow it to click, flow with the energy, because there's a tendency here where you might get stuck and not believe it. Don't put doubting Thomas energy in on this. Be open to receive. When you receive, allow this karma to blow out, okay? And have some gratitude for the energy. There's a little bit of gratitude energy attached to this Six of Pentacles. If you do that, you won't get hung up on it, and massive transformation will happen. I got a butterfly there. Very big. It's night and day. Night and day from the way people treated you, the way you feel about yourself, your whole perspective on the world changes. It's very important. Blowing out this old karmic debt is always very important. There's a lot of people who don't go on spiritual journeys, who aren't listening to me right now. And this energy, this truth will just blow right by them because they're not, again, it'll find them and they'll think it's just some crazy thought in their head and they'll get rid of it because they're just not on any kind of growth cycle or anything like that. And they'll completely miss it and stay the same. And that karmic debt will continue to create a false sense of how they feel about themselves and what they think they deserve when it comes to love and things along those lines. And they'll keep attracting the same things to them. Maybe in their case, not your case, but in their case, it's shitty jobs and shitty people. This can apply across the board. The cups are across the board. You get the cups, you get everything. And I was glad to see a cup card crossing this Hierophant, especially a Page of Cups in this case. It really is a whole new perspective. Let's grab the witches. Which randomly at the bottom, I did not know this, has the Hierophant. The Hierophant right there. Let's see if there's anything else that the universe wants to tell you. All right? Here we go. This is nice. I like it. I like it. I also like that it froze my video. That's funny. There's a lot. This is a big deal. Karmic debt, this is very small. I don't want anybody to think this is anything major. The universe gave us the Seven of Swords here, gave us the Devil in the intro, but that's just talking about karma. It's talking about, I already knew from the fact that the Devil was crossing the moon that it's something from a past life. And this happens all the time. It happens to a lot of people. It's why people are the way they are. And, you could sit around all day and ask yourself, why is so-and-so such an asshole? It probably has to do with, in part, their life experience in this life, the things they've learned, their core programming. But 9 times out of 10, it's usually something that comes in from a past life and a lesson that they're not learning because they're too busy focusing on too many 3D things in this life, practical things, pentacles, and things like that. There's very few people on spiritual journeys right now. Very few. There should be a lot more people watching these tarot readings, for example. Even, we should be getting 1 million subscribers should be the low end. That should be something very common. And it's not. It's not. It's like pulling teeth to get 100,000. It's crazy. All right, here we go. It's crazy. All right, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. This is beautiful. This is nice. You should look forward to this. Definitely just be open to receive. And the only thing you have to do to be open to receive is either tell the universe, I'm open to receive. There you go. and go about your day. Don't sit around and wait for it. You can't find it. It finds you. It might happen through, this truth might come in that helps you resolve this and get this new perspective. It might happen through the usual ways the universe talks to us. It talks to us through other people. Somebody says something crazy. You're like, why'd they say that? You know, it doesn't make sense. Or you overhear part of a conversation someone's having as you're walking by. Maybe they're sitting outside at a cafe and you walk by and you catch just a section of what they're saying. Or they're on the phone. The universe also talks to us through coincidences, happenstance, serendipitous events, Jesus, all sorts of ways. It can talk to us through the weather. I mean, it really can. Things you find on the ground, you know, things like that. A truck drives by with something painted on the side. It's all stuff that you're not looking for, but you notice it when it happens. That's your key right there. It's like feathers. We talked a lot earlier or last year about feathers. A lot of feather energy came in. Everybody posted about all the feathers they found. The feathers find you. You don't find them, right? It's not that you go, any fool could go outside and say, I'm trying to find a feather. Well, there's birds everywhere. You'll probably find one. But it's when you're not thinking about it. It's when you're not even out there looking for anything and it's just there. You just can't miss it. And it shouldn't even be there. A lot of times for me when I find feathers, it happens on a windy day. And the feathers should have blown away. The winds are whipping and it didn't. It didn't blow away. It's just there, you know? And it's like, it makes you think. It's like, what the fuck? That should have blown away, but it was there and it found me. I'm not out looking for it. So this truth finds you. So don't go out looking for it. Just go about your business. What else does the universe want to tell you? One card and a crossing card. Here's the Empress, Queen of Tits, best tits in the tarot. It's you. It's your energy. I mentioned this on the Mercury and Pisces reading. I think for the extended, there's a lot of empathy energy coming up. Okay? That if you watch the Mercury in Pisces extended, I open with you. Pay attention. That empathy is important for you to pick up on this. Okay? You might be open to receive, but your empathy energy being amped up is the universe's way of increasing your receivability. Okay? Crossing it is pretty much just backing up what I said. It's the Nine of Wands. Okay? Again, it all requires empathy. If you don't have that empathy energy, if you're not allowing that energy to flow through you, you'll definitely miss this message as it comes through. It'll find you, but it'll get blocked a little bit. You can't be, well, this is kind of a tired energy. You can't be discouraged. All right? This is someone who, it's sort of a card sometimes that's read, the energy comes off it as persistence wins the battle. You know, this person will win because of persistence. Keep fighting. Allow the energies to come in. It's one of those things where just when you're about to feel like you're at your wit's end, you get a last minute save. That's kind of the energy I was trying to explain. Sometimes these energies are tough to explain. It's a last minute save energy. Okay? So it comes in when you least expect it. It's the universe reminding you that it finds you. And it brings with it a lot of change. The Death card, and it does come from nowhere. Okay? It does. It comes from the shadows. That's the moon right there. And it's all about your path of destiny. That's the star. So I mean, even the final, before we go, the universe wants to just say, Steve's right. Pay attention, because this is important. It's important. It's going to come up in a lot of the readings. I'm not going to harp on it as much as I am here and have been. You're either open to receive or you're not. But this is something that is designed, if you don't resolve this Seven of Swords and that devil energy, right? Whatever it is, this past life thing that's manipulating how you believe and how you love and all that kind of stuff, maybe a belief or a behavior, etc. It can affect your end destiny, your soul's true purpose. You'll fly off the road a little too far. You'll get going down the wrong road. This is amazing. The changer, if you will, what really activates this energy is Empress energy. And primarily within that, empathy. So keep that in mind. And definitely watch, if you didn't, or if you did, whatever, watch it again, the Mercury in Pisces extended. It's important, especially the first part of it where I talk about you. Empathy is the key here. All right? That's what the universe is trying to tell you. Wow. Yeah. It is a last-minute save. That's a quick change energy underneath the Nine of Wands with that Magician. It is. It's a bit of a last-minute save. It's really fun. It's really awesome, actually. I love it when those types of things happen. It's something where when the light bulb goes off, you'll get it. You're not going to have to process it too much. If you keep the empathy lines open and you're open to receive, it will be self-explanatory. You'll figure it out. It'll set off. Well, sort of like it keeps showing up as the Ace of Swords, and that's an epiphany, right? It's like that, okay? Because there's very much a quick change energy here. Just when you thought all was lost, tired and done, poof, everything changes. And always remember that, please. You know, there's no reason to get too down about any situation. Things can turn on a dime. Yeah, that flows both ways, both good and bad. But things are always turning. Life is a winding, twisting road. You don't know what's around the next corner. Could be good, could be bad. If it's bad, well, you hold out hope that there's something good around the next one, because things can change on a dime. And this is one of those energies. It really is. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. And again, for anyone that gave me a nickel, has given, whatever, a nickel for anything I do around here, I appreciate it. Be it extendeds, donations, whatever, chucking nickels at my house, whatever you do. It is appreciated, and I do these readings for you every month, these thank you readings, because I can go pretty deep with it. I like just pulling on you. Granted, I'm here to pull on the soulmate cycle, but all of you, you know, you're part of that soulmate cycle. You're one side. Whether you end up with your runner or not, I'd like to see you end up with somebody great. You know, and this energy being removed can definitely facilitate that for sure. So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I helped one person with this reading, I've done my job, karmically speaking. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.